everyone. In today's class, I am going to discuss about the adaptations for cross-pollination. Cross-pollination means the transfer of pollen grain from the two different flowers on the same species. The transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma of two different flowers on two different plants and the same species. That is called cross pollination. Here, what are the adaptations takes place in cross pollination? Here, the first adaptation is dicliny. Dicliny, or it is also called unisexuality. It is also called unisexuality. Here, di means two. Unisexual means a single sex. The plant is either having the male sex organ or a stamen, or the female sex organ, means the female reproductive organ. That is called unisexual plant. The plant either having the male reproductive organ or a male flower or the female reproductive organ. It means both reproductive organs, they are present in different plants. That is called unisexuality. For example, papaya and date palm. Date palm. These are the good example for dicliny or unisexuality. In papaya plant, the male flower is present in different plant and the female flower is present in different plant. Here, the cross pollination, only the cross pollination takes place in papaya plant and also date palm plant. And the next adaptation is the second adaptation is dichogamy. Dichogamy means the maturation of stigma and anther. The maturation of stigma or anther or stamens at different time, that is called dichogamy. Maturation of stigma and maturation of time at the different time, it means dichogamy. In dichogamy, there are two types. These are first one, protogyny, and second one is protandry. These are the two types of dichogamy. Here the first one is protogyny. Pro means before, gyne means gynoecium. The maturation of gynoecium. Which is the gynoecium part here? That is nothing but carpels or pistil. The maturation of gynoecium before the anthers. That is called protogyny. For example, Serica means Ashoka tree and custard apple. These are the two examples for protogyny. In protogyny means the maturation of gynoecium. Here it is the pistil part or the gynoecium. These are the anthers. The pistil is maturation before the anther. It means the pistil, it produces the eggs. Before the anther, it produces the pollen grains. That is called protogyny. And the second one is protandry. Protandry means maturation of anther before the gynoecium or pistil or carpels. Before the pistil. Pro means before, andry means androecium. Androecium part means that is nothing but anther. Here it is the anther and it produces the pollen grains. Here in protandry, the anthers will mature. It means the anthers, they are produce the pollen grains before the ovary, it produce the egg cells. That is called protandry. For example, here sunflower and cotton. These are the two examples for protandry. Protogyny means maturation of stigma and maturation of stamen. ಎರಡು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಟೈಮ್ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ಡೈಕೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೇವೆ. ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಮ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದ್ಮೇ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಓವರಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಗ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ಮ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಸ್ಟೆಮೆನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಆಂಥರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಎರಡು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಟೈಮ್ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನ್, ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ಡೈಕೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಈ ಡೈಕೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನಾವು 2 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ 2 ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. The first one is protogyny. Pro means before, gyny means gynoecium. Anther ಕಿನ ಮುಂಚೆ ಗೈನೋಸಿಯಂ ಮ್ಯಾಚೂರ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಗೈನಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಶೋಕ ಟ್ರೀ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಕಸ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಆಪಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅವೆರಡು ಪ್ರೋಟೋಗೈನಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. Protandry and the second one is protandry. Pro means before, andry means androecium means a male reproductive part. Androecium ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಗೈನೋಸಿಯಂ ಗಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ protandry ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ sunflower or and cotton, these are the example for protandry. And the third one is hercogamy. Here herco means barriers or barriers. Hercogamy means here in bisexual flower, the mechanical or some morphological or physical barriers are present in the stamens and carpels or a stigma. Some mechanical barriers, they are present in stamens and stigma. That is why the barriers are present in between stamens and stigma, because of they avoid the self pollination. Here for example Calotropis. In Calotropis, the stamens, they are present in the bag-like or a balloon-like structure. This is the balloon-like structure and these are the pollen grains. These pollen grains are present or packed in a bag-like structure that is called pollinium. And this is the style, calotropis style. These pollen grains or these polonium is come in contact with this stigma. This is the calotropis stigma. They are failed to germinate, means they are do not contact with these pollen grains. They are do not contact with this stigma because of these pollen grains are covered in polonium. Why they cannot contact with that stigma? Because of here the pollen grains, they are form a barrier, mechanical barrier, physical barrier, and that physical barrier it cannot helps to, or that cannot contact with these pollen grain. They cannot contact with stigma. Hercogamy means stamen and anther, in between anther nadu ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತೈತೆ ಒಂದು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾವಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಪಾಲಿನೇಷನ್ನ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರೋದನ್ನ ಹರ್ಕೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟೇಷನ್. ಅಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್, ಈಗ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲೋಟ್ರಾಪಿಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಎಕ್ಕಿ ಗಿಡ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತಾವು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಪೌಚ್ ಲೈಕ್, ಒಂದು ಬಲೂನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಪ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಬಲೂನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಪಾಲಿನಿಯಂ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಆ ಪಾಲಿನಿಯಂ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಅದೇ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಈ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆ ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾನ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಯಾಕೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್, ಒಂದು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತೈತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾಗೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಹರ್ಕೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪೌಚ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆರ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಡಿಜನರೇಟ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿಂಡ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇಂದನೋ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದರ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇಂದನೋ ಬೇರೆ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಪಾಲಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಸಮ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಹರ್ಕೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್, and the fourth adaptation is heterostyly. Here the hetero means different. Heterostyly means here the length of the filament of the stamen and length of the style or stem. The length of the filament of stamen and the length of the style is different. In flower, they are having the different lengths of style and anther or stamens. Why? Because they are avoid the self pollination. Self pollination na avoid ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಸ್ಟೆಮೆನ್ಸು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತಾವೆ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಹೆಟ್ರೋಸ್ಟೈಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಹೆಟ್ರೋಸ್ಟೈಲಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ the length of the filament of stamen and the length of style is different because of they are avoid the self pollination. For example, in primrose flower and oxalis flower, these are the two flowers. Here in primrose flower, they are produced the two types of flowers. In which the one is here it is the gynoecium or a pistil. These are anthers, is the another flower. This is the stigma. Thalamus. Pedicel. This is the thalamus and this is the pedicel. Here, in one flower, the pistil or the carpel length is long than the anther. Here, in another flower, the pistil is small in size and the length of the filament or the length of the anthers, they are long. These are the two types of flower. When the flower, it has the large pistil and the small style, that is called pin flower. That is called pin flower. Next, here in second flower, the anthers are large in size and the pistil is small in size, and that flower is called thrum flower. That flower is called thrum flower. These are the two types of flowers. In oxalis, the three types of flowers are present. First one is pin flower is present, and the second one is thrum flower is also present, and the third one, the normal flowers are present. Here in heterostyle, why they are having the different lengths of anthers and pistil means they are avoid the self pollination. They are avoid the self pollination. That's why they are having the different lengths of style and stamens. And the next fifth one is self sterility. Self sterility. It is also called self incompatibility. Incompatibility. Here, sterility means they don't have the fertility. Means here self sterility or self incompatibility means here the pollen grains cannot germinate on the stigma of the same flower. It is called self-sterility or self-incompatibility. The same pollen grains, they are fail to germinate on that stigma. In the same flower, these pollen grains, they are failed to germinate on the stigma of the same flower because of these pollen grains are sterile. Sterile means they don't have the fertility or fertility power. Means here they are, that's why these pollen grains, they are failed to germinate on the same stigma of the same flower. That is called self-sterility or self-incompatibility. Means ile ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಒಳಗಿಂದ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸು ಅದೇ ಫ್ಲವರ್ದ ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಮೇಲೆ ಜರ್ಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಜರ್ಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟೆರೈಲ್. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಜರ್ಮಿನೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಆರ್ ಜರ್ಮಿನೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಪವರ್ ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಸ್ಟೆರಿಲಿಟಿ ಆರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇನ್ಕಾಂಪಿಟ್ಯಾಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಸ್ಟೆರಿಲಿಟಿ ಆರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇನ್ಕಾಂಪಿಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಗಿರ್ತವೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಪಾಲಿನೇಷನ್ನ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವು ಸ್ಟೆರೈಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಸ್ಟೆರಿಲಿಟಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, apple and radish. These are the two examples for self sterility. In today's class, the adaptations for cross pollination, there are 5 adaptations. The first one is unisexuality, or it is also called first one unisexuality. The first one is unisexuality or dicliny. Second one dichogamy. Third one hercogamy. Fourth one heterostyle. And fifth one self-sterility or self-incompatibility. These are the adaptations which takes place in cross-pollination. In last class we have studied about the adaptations for self-pollination. These are monocliny, homogamy and cleistogamy. These are the adaptations for self-pollination. In next, what are the difference between adaptations for self-pollination and cross-pollination? We are going to study about what are the difference between adaptations for self-pollination and cross-pollination. Here the adaptations for self-pollination and the adaptations for cross-pollination differences. In self-pollination, both the genes are same. Mixing of gene pool is same, because the anthers and the egg that is present in the same flower, that's why the genes are same in that flower, and there is no variation will be takes place, and there is no variation takes place in self pollination. And in cross pollination, the mixing of genes, the genes are different. That's why here the variation takes place. And it also helps for evolution. In self pollination, here the fertilization is ensured, and also reproduction is ensured. But in cross pollination, the cross fertilization here the cross pollination is dependent on the external agencies. In cross pollination, here the cross fertilization, it may be occurs or it may not be occurs. These are the difference between the self pollination and the cross pollination. Thank you.